I just love Project Zomboid. The loot pool is interesting, the survival is challenging, the learning curve is steep, the lore is immersive, and the graphics are better than they were. But the one thing I can't stand, as an avowed loot goblin, is the neighbors. They're everywhere, hanging on the bell all day, never giving me a moment's peace. I want to see mountains again, Gandalf. Mountains! And find somewhere safe to read all of my hoarded books in peace, make game guides, and chill playthroughs. But every player-made object has a health bar, and about the time I get to the good parts in my cooking, bang, bang, bang. So I set out to discover if there's a way to make myself perfectly safe. I know that you used to be able to make a safe wall with just TVs, but no, those days are behind us. Microwaves are also not a great defense. I heard that if you plaster constructed walls, see my field guide for more information on that, you can prevent Zeds from attacking them, and though that would be a great use for the currently useless cement bags, alas, they're quite breakable. So I gathered up all manner of things. Sandbags, double rows of sandbags, sandbags by walls. I threw a full queen-size bed down, and they still stormed through it. Ovens were moved into defensive positions. Yet on the Zeds came, through counters, tray tables, boxes, and bags. They came without stopping, they came without fear. Then the BackLog had a thought that he'd not thought before here. What if safety doesn't come from the store? You see, these Zeds were people once, and what is the one place that I would go out of my way to stay out of? Yes, the DMV. So coated with hatred and frustration are these waiting chairs that once packed up and placed just so, they form a barrier that is simply too much for the Zeds to even think of touching. Yet, sometimes you're able to vault over them as a player, though you usually fall on the ground and take damage when you do, and it's not really predictable if you'll be able to, so maybe just vault over a nearby fence, or situate an escape rope for easy ingress. Though, come to find out, escape ropes can now be destroyed, so maybe kill all the Zeds first. These chairs come in two sections, and when placing them, you can click where you want one side to go and drag into position the other side. Abut them to tall fences to block out everything, or make an entire fence out of just the chairs. I've also found, for those of you still listening, that antique stoves are also impenetrable, though not if you place them next to a window, but against doorways, or at least one tile away from windows, and the Zeds lose all interest. Each of the chair halves weighs about 15 weight units, so making a full wall out of them is not something you can easily do without a vehicle or a cart mod or something like that. But once reinforced, you can sit back in comfort, subscribe to the BackLog for great game guides and chill playthroughs, and rest easy, knowing that at least a little bit of civilization has begun to be reclaimed. And please do subscribe. I've got some really fun playthroughs planned for October and beyond, as well as game giveaways, a Project Zomboid tournament, and a lot more Project Zomboid guides. So as always, I'll play with you again next time.